Hello and welcome to the final Steam Winter Sale video, and this one is all about your choices. So over the last few videos I asked all of you to tell me what games you ended up buying from the winter sale, and I've picked some interesting choices here. So I've gone with games that a lot of people mentioned and also some one or two rare ones that I did not cover myself. So let's look into what you guys got. First up, Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. From 2017, this game is made by Ninja Theory, one of the best third-person linear story-driven game. The game also deals with mental health issues. It's a story about a Celtic warrior going through Viking hell and defeating the Viking hell demons, etc., and trying to regain the soul of her lover. Very popular game. Microsoft bought Ninja Theory and they are now working on a Hellblade 2, which should come out in 2023. But this is the original game. This was an indie game made by a very small studio of 20 people or something. And I had followed the development of this game even before it released, and I bought it when it launched. Really awesome game. It's an interesting experience. There is a bit of gameplay and combat, but it's stunning, and you should play this game with headphones because the audio in this game is amazing. This is 75% off, 182 in India and 749 in the US. Next is Dark Souls 3. So I was a little surprised to see a few people mention they got Dark Souls 3, despite the fact that the first Dark Souls game is on a very good sale. Maybe they already played the first one. But yeah, I can see why people would get this. A very good game. Difficult combat is like a genre defining kind of game, this entire series basically. A lot of games have tried to copy the formula. Anything which is hard these days is compared to Dark Souls. So you have like a 2D platformer and you die 3 times and people start saying it's the Dark Souls of platformers, etc, etc. So yeah, intense game, a lot of gameplay, open, really open world game, and difficult bosses. That's like the main selling point of this game. And you'll enjoy this game if you like a little bit of a challenge. This is 75% off, 1074 in India, 1499 in the US, £10 and 15 euros. Regional pricing isn't great on this one. The regional pricing is good on the first one and just the first one. Second and third, they're not that great, but they're not too expensive, so it's fine. They're always at 75% off. Speaking of 2D Dark Souls like games, we have Ender Lillies Quietest of the Night. Now, I'm not too sure if this is a hard game, but it's a Metroidvania dark fantasy, and it has similar combat and etc, etc. So I've seen this game a few times and it looks interesting. It is definitely a little dark, but it looks fun. You're basically this little girl and there's like a invisible knight type dude who's fighting besides you. You can see quite a lot of detail in terms of upgrades and things like that, and visually looks interesting. This is 25% off, 435 in India and 1874 in the US. Alright, so this next one, I think I only saw one person mention this, and this is Valkyria Chronicles. So a RPG, anime RPG set in a fictional war, kind of like the Second World War with turn-based tactics. And once again, the appeal for this game is the sort of watercolor style, art style. It looks nice. I have to say, I've been trying to play this game since the PS3 days. I actually was planning to buy this for PS3 many years ago. Never got around to it. Then the game got a PC port. Never got around to it. I even bought it recently. I still haven't played this. So I do want to try this at some point, hopefully in my lifetime. But I have this game. So anyway, point is this game is on sale and somebody bought it and it looks decent and I wanted to mention it. So 70% off, 169 in India, $6, 449 pounds. Possibly the most mentioned game in these comments was Valheim. A lot of you seem to have picked this up, and I don't blame you because this is an awesome open world survival crafting game, and it's easy to run, it's affordable, even though it's an early access, it's getting frequent updates, and up to 10 people can play this in co-op. So yeah, this is awesome game, and this is 25% off, 396 in India, 14.99 in the US, 11.61 in the UK, and 12.59 in the Euro region. Now, another game with a lot of mentions was Disco Elysium. So this game recently got its final cut version, which is the complete version, improved version. And this is a detective RPG in the isometric perspective. And it's very highly, praised by critics and stuff. On Steam itself, it doesn't have like outstanding, overwhelmingly positive reviews, but it's interesting enough that I've considered getting this a few times. This is 55% off, 404 rupees, $17.99, and 15.74 pounds. Next is Papers, Please, one of my favorite games, and this is made by Lucas Pope, who also made Return of Obra Dinn. So one man made this game, and this is awesome. So basically in this game, what happens is you are a immigration officer on the border of a country called Arstotzka, and your job is to get up in the morning, go to your desk, and process the people coming through, trying to come into your country. You have to look at their papers, you get some directions from your ministry telling you who to grant access and whatnot, and you have to look at their details on their passports and see if it's all correct, because there'll be people who will come in with fake documents, and they could be terrorists with bombs on them, all sorts of things. And it is quite a tricky balance here, because you get paid at the end of the day based on how many you processed correctly, how many applications. And if you make a mistake, you get penalized, and you have basically a family to look after. And because you're living in a communist sort of country, if you fail, you'll be put in prison. So very difficult game, and you have to make some choices as well during your job, like whether to let somebody in or risk it or something. It's a very interesting choice-based game, so definitely worth checking out if you like these sort of games. I guess I don't know if there are many games like this, but anyway, this is 50% off, 174 in India, $499, 349 pounds. Also, quick bonus: if you do buy Papers, Please and finish the game, make sure to check out this fan-made short film on Papers, Please. This is free on Steam. You can just watch it here, and you'll enjoy it if you play the game. And finally, Plants vs. Zombies, the first Plants vs. Zombies game. A lot of people mentioned this as well, and this is an awesome game. Tower defense, simple game, very fun. This was literally the first game I bought on Steam, and I loved it. I've played like 78 hours or something, and it's an amazing game. I could still sit down and play this game. The recent ones have become like more Call of Plants vs. Zombies, but this is the original tower defense game, and it's an awesome game. 80% off, only 51 rupees and 99 cents. Definitely check this out. So that's a quick look at some games that you guys recommended, and hope there's something else. Of course, the sale ends tomorrow, so get your last minute shopping done if you want. And yeah, I'll see you with more videos after the sale.